Hey everybody, Chris with Night of Living Card Games here. Back again for Scenario 4 of my Pacifist Angel run through Expert NeXt Evolution campaign. This sees us coming up against Mr. Sinister himself. So doing the scenario setup first, let's take a look at the main scheme, Sinister Intent. Set aside the Flight, Super Strength, and Telepathy encounter sets. Okay, they are set aside over here. Put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. So here's Hope Summers. Flipping it over, when revealed, remove one random stage 2 from the game, then advance to a random stage 2A. So each one of these 2As gives him a different superpower. So we are going to remove one at random from the game. Right, we are going to remove this one. Not even going to look to see what I didn't get. Then we're going to pick one of these at random to reveal. So we'll reveal this one, Sinister, Experiment 2A. Mr. Sinister sets about incorporating another mutant's DNA into his own genome. And superpower is going to be bulking up. When revealed, attach the Super Strength attachment to Mr. Sinister and shuffle the rest of the Super Strength encounter set into the encounter deck. Comes in with 1 threat per player, goes up 2 threat per player, and it pops at 5 threat. So very tight here. When completed, advance to the other stage 2A if you cannot advance to stage 3A. Okay, so Super Strength here is a permanent setup attachment. Gives Mr. Sinister +1 attack. Attached villain gains the Brute trait and Steady, so he requires 2 status cards to stun or confuse him. Alright, so let's give him a +1 attack. And then, there's my Steady token. All right, real quick, so this comes in with 1 on it. So Mr. Sinister is a 2 scheme, now 3 attack, genius and brute villain with 17 hit points. When revealed, place 1 threat per player on the main scheme. 2 threat instead if Mr. Sinister has fewer than 2 superpower attachments, which he does, so we have to put 2 threat on here. So we're already at 3 out of 5. He has a forced response. After a status card is placed on Mr. Sinister, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So that is a stun, a confuse, or a tough. And with Steady, we have to place 2 of them just to get him. And really, I'm just looking for confused here. So I would need to put 2 confuses on him to confuse him, which means I would have to put 4 threat on the main scheme. And it's only got a threshold of 5. All right, so that is the scenario specific. We're going to set aside Flight and Telepathy until we have to do another one. So let's take a look at the campaign specific setup. Oh, I've got the other Super Strength cards that I'm going to have to shuffle in to the encounter deck here. So setup, gather each campaign environment marked as earned in the campaign log. Put those environments into play in any order. All right, so we've got a team assembled, safe house established, geared up. And they each come in with their own little counters on them. And then we are going to have to include their corresponding bad things, encounter cards into the deck. So we've got Malice, Vanisher, and Overburden. They are also going to have to shuffle into the deck. All right, so put the teleported away side scheme into play and place 1 per player threat on it for each campaign environment in play. Oof. So teleported away is a crisis icon, which means we can't thwart that, which means we are, if we can't do a massive amount of thwarting on turn 1, he is going to immediately pop and get a second superpower. All right, so it is comes in with 3 threat, hinder 1, so it'll be 4, and also Mr. Sinister cannot take damage while this is out. So, force interrupt when he would attack, he schemes instead. So yeah, so we've got to... So this is coming in with 4 regularly, and then we have to add 3 more to it because we've got all those campaign side scheme, or those environments into play. All right, the players choose to either place damage on Hope Summers equal to the damage recorded for her, which was 1, or place that much threat on Teleported Away. I think we'll just be putting the 1 damage on Hope. All right, choose 1 player side scheme that has not been chosen previously and put it into play. Let's see here. Which ones do we got still? We've got Mission Prep, which gives me a upgrade. Not bad. Practice Maneuvers, which gives me, says that each event with a printed cost of 3 or more is reduced by 1. That's not bad. Or Prepare Defenses, which I would get +1 defense and gain Retaliate 1. Given the whole point of this deck is to not do a lot of chump blocking, I am going to get Permanent Defense out, which means I have to, or Prepare Defenses, sorry, not Permanent Defense. I have to get Under Pressure out and add it to the deck, encounter deck, so it is a 6 threat scheme with Surge and an Amplify icon, and the boost effect is give the villain 1 additional boost card for this activation. So, all right. And I was at full health last game, so I start at the normal 12. All right, so that is the villain setup. We are going to get myself set up and hope I draw into some of my big thwart events. Unfortunately, Adaptive Plumage won't do me any good. Oops. Put the thread out there. I don't think I'll be touching that for a round or 2. All right. So drawing 6. So we got a Moira, Superpower Training, Avian Anatomy, Aerial Agility, Power of Flight, and Inspired. All right, I like Superpower Training and Inspired. I am pitching the other 4 because I really need to try to find some thwart. Razor Dive, nope. Power Flight, nope. Sidearm, nope. Razor Dive, nope. Oof. I think he's going to be getting his second superpower on turn 1. All right. Let's see here. All right, well, let's get the ball rolling here. We will do Geared Up to get pouches and put that into my deck. And then I will do... Actually, I will do Safe House Established first. Just because pouches would be 1 additional card in my deck to potentially keep me from my an aerial event. So let's still do a shuffle up here. So yeah. All right. So keep that over there. All right, so Safe House draws me. Oh, beautiful. Top deck Natural Flight. That's what I needed to see. Okay, now we'll do Geared Up to get pouches in. And then Team Assembled. I get to go get an ally. Printed cost 3 or less. Actually, no, I am not going to do that yet. I got a plan. Because I can get Professor X, and Hope is a X-Men. So instead of confusing the villain, which would pop the main scheme, I can use him to ready Hope after I use her to do some extra thwarting. All right. So that is that. All right. So what do we got here? Going to do that. All right. We're going to spend a razor dive to get it inspired on Hope Summers. Oh, we're just going to flip ourselves up because there's nothing left for us to do down here. So Hope is a thwart of 3 right now. So let's take... Actually, hang on a second. Yeah. We're going to use a razor dive to pay for superpower training. This will let me go get my wings. Now I will thwart for 3 right off of superpower training. So I get to go get an identity-specific upgrade and put it into play. So go find me my wings. There we go, my techno-organic wings. All right. So, yeah, so we are going to, we're going to use the power of flight to pay for natural flight. Since it's an aerial card, it counts as 2, so I get to remove 4 threat from a scheme. Now, technically, I could ignore this to go through there, because I'm in angel mode, but instead, I am going to get prepare defenses out. So now I am +1 defense. Let me get my... little icon out so I remember, and I gain retaliate 1. Why did I think that was... That was not my ally one. What? Alright, I completely screwed something up. For some reason I thought I had the one that would go fetch me an ally. I don't know why. Alright, so we are going to change that. We're going to put prepared defense back out there. I have no idea why I thought that. And take it off this instead. So it's been a long day at work, I guess. Oh, because of Team Assembled. Duh. Oh my goodness. So we got prepared defenses out. And because I played an aerial event, I draw a card. There's us. And it's a pouches. It's that sloppy first game, folks. All right, so now I am going to use Team Assembled. I get to go search my deck and discard pile for an ally with a printed cost of 3 or less and put it into play. That is going to be El Professor X. All right, and when he enters play, I can either confuse the villain, I can stun a minion, or ready an X-Men character. We are going to choose to ready an X-Men character. So Hope will thwart 3 off of this to get rid of it. Professor will thwart 3 off the main. And... Actually, no. Hope won't have... We'll say Professor thwarted 3 off of that. Hope is going to stay there because we are going to thwart 2, ready with our wings, thwart for another 2, so Angel isn't just sitting around doing nothing. And then I'm actually going to overpay with pouches to get a sidearm on Hope. So now she is attacking for 3. So 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to ready up. That was a sloppy first turn. But I think we hit a stride, so. All right, command team. Psylocke, get ready. Avian Anatomy, and X-Gene. All right, we are getting 2 on the main. He comes to attack. Professor X is jumping in front of it, so he's attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we get Sinister schemes. When revealed, Mr. Sinister schemes. If he has a psionic trait, you are confused. Well, so he's scheming for 2, 3, 4. All right, well, that was quick. I hate that. All right, I hate low threshold ones in single player. All right, so let's see. What is he getting now? Taking off. So he gets the flight attachment. And so he now is a +2 attack. And he is aerial, and he gets overkill. So now really no chump blocking. Okay, so he gets overkill, and now he's attacking for a base of 4. And then taking off comes in with 1. So a really rough first turn. On the bright side, I didn't get the psionic one, which would give him retaliate 1, because that would really screw up my deck with Hope and Psylocke and trying to do attacks with no consequential damage. All right, well, it's my turn. Well, I can't quite. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do X-Gene and Avian Anatomy to get a command team out. I am going to attack with Hope Summers for 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend get ready to ready her to hit for another 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to use command team to ready her again and attack for another 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I will thwart for 2. Ugh. And that is it. I'm going to hold on to Hope and ready myself up. Psylocke, Cannonball, Cloud9, Vivian, and a Get Ready. All right, so we are getting 2 on the main. He is coming to attack. I will defend. So he's attacking for 2, 4. And star, for this activation, Mr. Sinister gets +1 scheme and +1 attack for each superpower attachment on him. So he's attacking for 2, 4, 6. I am defending 3 because of prepared defenses. So I take 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then he takes 1 from my retaliate. Come on, there we go. Right, now we get an encounter card, which is Overburden. Choose to either discard 1 resource from your hand or take 2 damage. I'm going to take 2 damage. And now it's my turn. So I'm going to use my wings to ready myself up. And then I am going to take 2 off the main. I'm going to spend Vivian, Cloud9, and Cannonball to get down a Psylocke. And I will have Psylocke hit for 1. What happens on stage 3 here? I forget. Extra threat. You know, I'm tempted to just let this thing pop this turn. And then she takes a damage and heals the damage. I did screw that up in the last game. And I was able to get a couple extra attacks with her that I shouldn't have, but oh well. All right, so now Hope is going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're popping over to stage 3. So stage 3, 3 scheme, 2 attack, really 4 attack. When revealed, place 2 threat per player on the main scheme, 3 if there are fewer than 2 superpower attachments. But he does, so. And then same force response. Oh no, different force response after status card is placed on him. Place 3 threat on the main scheme. All right, I'm going to. Oh, and he comes in with 21 hit points. We are going to use Get Ready to Ready Hope, and then attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to use a command team to Ready Hope to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. And I think we're just going to let this pop. I'm going to use a little metagaming here. I don't remember. Get a face down encounter card. And then he's attacking Hope Summer. So, yeah, you know what? We're just going to do it. We're going to flip down. I'm going to heal 1. And then Safe House is going to heal 2 more. And then we're going to ready everything up. Draw up to 6. Helicarrier. Aerial Agility. The Triskelion. Natural Flight. Get Ready. Anna Maria Hill. All right, we are getting 2 on the main. He is scheming for 3 plus. Doesn't really matter. It's not a boost effect, so this pops. All right, so when revealed, deal each player 1 face down encounter card. We flip it. It starts with 0, goes up 1 per player, has a threshold of 7 per player. And now a forced interrupt. When Sinister attacks, he's attacking Hope Summers. Right, now we get our encounter cards. First one is Genetic Mastery. When revealed, if Mr. Sinister has the following traits. Aerial, he does. Take 2 indirect damage. Take it to myself. Brute, yes. Exhaust my identity. All right. And Psionic, he does not. So don't have to worry about that. All right, next we get Gorgeous George, Nasty Boy. 1 scheme, 2 attack, 4 hit points, and forced interrupt. When he attacks you, exhaust a character you control. All right, my turn. We'll use my ability to heal 1. I'm going to use Safe House to actually draw a card. Adaptive Plumage. All right, we are going to flip ourselves up. We're going to ready ourselves with our wings, I guess. I will have Hope attack for 3, Psylocke attack for 1. On to George, and then heals up because I'm in angel mode. I'm going to use Get Ready to Ready Hope, who then attacks for 3. Then I'm going to use the last command team counter to Ready Hope to attack for 3. We are going to use Natural Flight and Adaptive Plumage to play Maria Hill. She draws me a card, which is Build Support. Interesting. When defeated for a support of 3 less. Sure. I'm going to use Helicarrier, the only support that I have, really. Or at least that costs 3 or less, to put a Build Support out. Comes in with 3. Maria will thwart for 2. Angel will thwart for 2. So we get the Helicarrier out. And then I am going to use the Helicarrier to pay for the Triskelion. And I'm going to hold on to Aerial Agility because He's coming in for 4, so I'm going to need to do some stuff. So, agility, call for backup, metamorphosis, Worthington Industries, and soaring acrobatics. All right, so we're getting 1 on the main. He comes to attack. I am defending, and I am going to use... I'm going to use soaring acrobatics to pay for aerial agility. So I will get to ignore each boost icon and each boost effect on here. So he's attacking for 4, 5, kind of a waste, but so really only 4 because I got to ignore that. So, and I defended for 3, so I only take 2, 1, or I only take 1, and then retaliate hits him for 1. And because I played an aerial event, I get to draw a card, which is Nick Fury. Right, and now we get an encounter card, which is Aerial Bombardment. Attached to the villain, the attached villain gets +1 attack and ignores a retaliate keyword while attacking non-aerial characters. Hero action, exhaust your hero and spend 2 mental resources to discard this card. All right, so he's now attacking for a base of 5. All right, here. So what can we do? So Hope will punch for 3. 1, 2, 3. Psylocke will punch for 1. Take a damage, heal a damage. Honestly, Maria's gonna punch for 1 because I'm not defending with her, chump blocking with her. I'm gonna use my wings to ready to thwart 2 off of that. I'm going to use Call for Backup and Nick Fury to pay for Metamorphosis. I will change into my alter ego form, so I get to draw a card, which is Adaptive Plumage. And then I will use my ability to heal 1. And Safe House to draw a card. Oh, Command Team. All right, Worthington Industries and Adaptive Plumage takes on for Command Team. Now the question is, I'm tempted to stay in alter ego just so I can heal. Just so I can heal and get up to full for the final scenario. But if I do that, he's scheming. So we get 1 on the main. He's scheming for 3. If he draws a 3 boost, we lose. Or if he gets a second scheme activation, we lose. I can flip back up because I use Metamorphosis to go down. So I still have my 1 change. I am going to chance it. Well, hang on a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm going to deck out anyway I do this. So even if I go up into hero mode, I only have 5 cards. If I would have had 6 cards here, that would have changed my mind, but... All right, so we're really running a risk here. All right. 2 encounter cards. And last card is another command team. So a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really need. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got 1 on the main. He's scheming for 3. And nothing. All right, so up to 4. All right, now we get 2 encounter cards. First one being Ramrod, Nasty Boy. 1 scheme to attack, 4 hit points, retaliate 1, and teamwork, and his attacks gain piercing. That doesn't really matter to me. Okay. Molecular control. When revealed, give Mr. Sinister a tough status card. Okay, that's fine. If he has a brute trait, which he does, he heals 4 damage. Ugh. All right, well. Okay, so back up to 7. We still can do it. We can still do it. Since we've got a second command team in my hand. All right, so I am going to heal for 3. Then flip myself up. Oh, before I flip up, sorry. I am going to safe house to draw a card, which is Moira McTaggart. I will do Power of Flight to play for Metamorphosis. So I get to draw, flip up, and then remove 2 threat from a scheme. I don't think this one has anything to do with if there's threat on the main scheme or not, but we're not going to take the chance. Do I have enough? Yeah, I'll have enough. Okay, I'm going to spend Inspired, or Sidearm, and Downtime to get a second command team out. I am going to spend Moira McTaggart to put a Inspired on Psylocke. Psylocke will attack, take off the tough, takes a damage, heals a damage. Hope will attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. Use a command team to ready yourself. Attack 1, 2, 3. Use the other command team to ready her. And 1, 2, 3. All right, well, that was surprisingly quick. So I thought this was going to be a little bit tougher. Not that it wasn't bad, but thankfully we didn't get the telepathy one. The telepathy one would have given him Retaliate 1, and I don't think this deck could have survived. With having Hope and Psylocke do all the damage while I do all the thwarting, I would have lost quickly because I wouldn't have been able to attack with them. Well, I suppose once I got Sidearm out on Hope, I could attack with her, but it would have severely slowed the game down and made things immensely more difficult. So, all right, well, so that was that. Let's take a look here real quick in the victory display, victory stuff. Record the amount of damage on Hope Summers in the campaign log, still just 1. Mark each campaign environment in play as earned in the campaign log if it's not already. And then, because we're in expert mode, record each identity's remaining hit points in the campaign log. So, up to full. So, I survived. All right, so I guess all that is left is Strife in the finale. So we are about as good as we can get. We've got just about all the side schemes out there. What other player side schemes are left? Go find where I threw them out over here. All right, so we've got practice maneuvers, 4 threat, and then you flip it. What do you get? Reduce each event with a printed cost of 3 or less. Not sure. That's adaptive plumage, which is nice. But I think razor dive, but I'm not planning on doing any damage, so that one doesn't do me any good. So that's not a great one for me. And then mission prepped. Mission prep, which searches their deck and discard pile for 1 upgrade with a printed cost of 2 or less. And it is a 4 threat as well. I think I'll probably do that because that'll let me get either a Sidearm or Inspired out on Hope or Psylocke or Cannonball. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that one in the last scenario. But that is something for another day. Because right now we're going to wrap this up. So again, thank you for watching this this quick one today. Normally they drag on a lot longer, but if you like it, hit the like button. You want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Leave comment if you notice I did anything wrong, or if there's anything you want to see in the future. Otherwise, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And have a great night, everybody.